Hi everyone! I am so excited about today's video because I finally got my Hasina 2 palette from Blushtribe. I've been waiting for this forever. Actually, I pre-ordered this, or turns out I thought I pre-ordered it and then my order didn't go through, and I've been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, and I thought the palette shipped and I would get it, and I never got it. And I contacted the owner and she was so sweet, and she was like, I'm so sorry, but we don't have it in the system. So I ordered it again and now it's finally here and I can't wait to play with it. So I'm going to do this the way I always do it. We're going to start off with the swatches. I will show you what the palette looks like. It looks like this. The artwork is absolutely incredible. I love this. And I'm gonna swatch these like I always do. I'm gonna start with the top row and then go this way and then just continuing on, and I will fast forward, play some music while we do the swatches, and we will see how these do. I'm so excited. So the swatches actually performed pretty much as I expected them to. They all felt really, really nice, and I'm just excited to play with this palette. I've heard and seen so many good things, and I'm excited to dig in. So I'm going to start off by priming my eyes with my MAC paint pot. And I will say that I do have one palette from Blushtribe already, and I have the little blended quad that they made. And I did a review on that, and I remember from that review that some of the shades were not that pigmented because I set my eyeshadow primer, so I'm not going to set this today. I'm going to work on a sticky base, and I've seen a lot of people say that that's the best way to use these shadows, so that's what I'm going to do. And hopefully I can make these work and be as happy with them as I hope I will be, because that palette is so gorgeous. So I just realized I have 2 eye boogers right now, so I'm going to remove those and then we can get started. So there are so many shades in this palette that are just calling my name. I think I'm going to be using a lot of them, so I'm going to start off by taking Anika, which is this light blue matte. And I'm taking this on my Morphe M321 brush, and I'm going to start placing this in my inner corner as a transition shade, and I'll be using 3 different shades here in my crease. So I'm just starting off by tapping this on to get the most pigment that I can, and this color is really pretty. Next, I want to go in with Re, which is like a teal color, and I'm using my same brush. The palette does not have a lot of kick up in the pan, which is great, and I'm going to be placing this one right next to the blue that I just put down. Next to that, I'm going to go into this dark purple. I'm not sure how this is going to blend into the teal that I just put down, but I hope that it'll be okay as long as I just tap it over and don't over blend. And I'm putting this in my outer corner and also pulling it down onto my lower lash line on the outer third. So I can definitely tell that these shadows perform better on a sticky base because it doesn't adhere to my lower lash line as good as it did on my lip because I didn't set my primer up here. And I switched over to my Morphe M149 brush because it's a little bit more precise and easier to work with. And I'm also going to go in with a little bit more of that teal, just put on top here. Again, just tapping. I'm cleaning off my brush, and now I'm just going to start going over the edges here, just using small circular motions to blend out the shadows so it doesn't look so harsh. I'm also going to go in on my lower lash line with the same colors that I use on top. So starting off with the blue. So far I've had no fallout, I have no shadows on my face, there is no kick up in the pan, it's looking very clean. For my lid, I want to use two shades. I want to use Jade, which is this stunning green. It's a very light green. And then in the middle, I want to go in with this darker purple. And for that, I'll be using my new Angelicas Cosmetics brush. I got this in BoxyCharm today. And it's just a flat concealer brush. So I'm going to start off by taking Jade. And I'm going to try it without wetting my brush first. No, I definitely need some Fix Plus on that. And this is just how I prefer to apply my shimmers. I know some people might not want to use a fixing spray every time, but I prefer doing this. I'm having a little bit of a hard time picking this up on my brush. And it doesn't seem to like be very smooth. It doesn't stick to my lid as well as some other shadows that I've tried. It's really pretty once you get it on, but it's taken a lot of dipping into the palette for me to really get the pigment that I want. Okay, it seems like once I get under the first layer of the shadow in the pan, it gets a little bit softer and easier to work with. Which I've had that happen with other formulas too, like the Subculture palette from Anastasia. There's one shade in there that just doesn't seem to work very well and until you like really dig in there, and once you do that, it's fine. So I'm getting a lot better color payoff now. I'm also going to pull this into my inner corner and down on my lower lash line a little bit. I seem to be losing a little bit of the blue right here in my inner corner, so I'm just going back in to intensify that. Next, I'm going to use the purple shade to put in the middle here. Again, I'm having to go in quite a few times with this shimmer. I'm wondering if it's the same with all of these. So this is looking really pretty so far. It's taken a little bit of work is all. Maybe I could try a different brush next time. I will absolutely do a 3 looks 1 palette with this because this palette inspires me so much and it makes me so happy to just sit down and play with. So I will definitely be using this a lot on my channel. So I think I'm going to finish out my eyes by doing a little bit of winged liner and some mascara. So I have quite a bit of fallout on my cheeks and I think I want to try to remove that. I'm a little bit worried that I won't be able to. So I'm taking some loose powder on my brush and I'm just gonna... Okay, that seemed to work a lot better than it did earlier today when I had problems with other shades. Not from this brand, but just in general. Okay, so fallout wipes away very easily, which is great. And the only problem I had with fallout was the shimmer shades. All the matte shades were great in my opinion. So I'm going to finish by putting on some Bad Gal Bang mascara and then I will put something in my waterline that I haven't yet decided. For my waterline, I'm going to use this Marc Jacobs highliner, and this is in the shade Mist Me, and it's just a pastel purple. And just for an extra little pop in my inner corner, I'm going to use my Dior highlighter and go in with the white. And just pop that right in here. Alright, so this is the final look. I really love how this came out. My first impressions on the palette is that I think it's absolutely gorgeous. I'm really excited to have this. The only thing I can say is that I've seen so many people say that the shimmer shades apply really nicely without any setting spray or anything, and that was not the case for me. Maybe next time I have to try to use a different brush, but the brush I was using today just wasn't doing it for me. Even when I sprayed it, I still had to dip in quite a few times, but again, it could just be one of those things where you have to like get past the first layer to really get a good color payoff. But the shimmers are really nice once you get them on the lids, and the mattes are really nice too. They seem like they applied very well. They're pretty pigmented. Again, they do seem like the kind of shadows that will not be as good on a set base, and these are the kind of shadows that you need to pat down and then blend out the edges. And I know that Angelica, I will leave her channel up here, she said the same thing about a lot of different formulas, and this seems to be one of those that you need to kind of work a little more carefully with, which I don't really mind that. I think that if I can get a result like this, by taking a little bit of extra time to apply my shadows, then I have no problem doing that. So I will keep you guys updated. I will do a 3 looks 1 palette with this. I don't know when that will be up, but that will be probably my next 3 looks 1 palette that is coming. So if you're excited about that, give this video a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, I hope you would consider subscribing, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!